Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of the My Team career mode. As you know, this series is going to be a lot more consistent. I'm going to be trying to get 2 or 3 videos of these up a week. As I'm doing my Breaking Point series though, I am going to be uploading 2 of these a week. And as we know, Toyota did come back into the sport. I have changed the sponsor colour on the side to be a sort of blue. I will show up an image of the actual Toyota car and what they were looking like so we can have a comparison. But yeah, I just feel like it was nice to actually show the car off for once and show you guys what we have been driving over, well, the last race in Bahrain, where we did finish 10th in the race. I was very happy with that for a result. But yeah, we are going to be heading to the Spanish Grand Prix and I will show you guys what R&D upgrades we have been doing. If you guys do enjoy this video, please hit the like, as well as follow my other social medias down below. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. It will be very, very appreciated. But yeah, absolutely lovely car. So let's get into the actual My Team career mode. So here we are. As you can see, I've done all the activities that we needed to do. The activities I did do, I can't actually remember. We did upgrade the chassis area to spec level 1. In order to have more resource point generation. With the R&D in progress, we did get a few upgrades on the car as well. We currently do have a front wing part coming in. But with the car that we did do, we got a front wing main flap in development. We did do a rear wing outer strake as well. With the chassis, we managed to get central under tray and improve the energy cell stores. Here we are in the powertrain. The ignition system and the spark plugs have been added into the car, and the durability, we still only have the basic durability parts. So let me get my headset on here. So obviously driver market's still the same, still Guan Yu Zhou. We have upgraded his pace for the weekend, 72 rated now. I am going to change back the team colours. Now the team colours are going to be the same colour as the car, so if we copy the livery colours, obviously that goes white, and the red says 90. The actual red that we use is 100 and just a normal 100. Let's get that red to 100. Let's change that back. Let's get the white there. That looks a lot better now. Toyota Gazoo Racing is going to be here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the last video. The last video I did upload was a My Team video. And I am just coming off the back of recording that. What I will be doing, rather than what I said in the last video was doing all the practices off camera, I will show you the practice results and how the R&D did go. But I will show you how practice results are looking. So yeah, I will be having my face cam next on when we go into qualifying, but you will still be hearing my voice. So yeah, you'll see my face in qualifying. So yeah, let's get into the practice session. But first thing I am going to do is have a look at how our R&D now compares from Bahrain to Spain. Obviously we did have a par fail, so ignition system, front wing flap and the rear floor under tray. Weather forecast, could be raining in the race. Here we are, R&D. Look at the progress history, and I will zoom in on this, but we can see that we're more closer to AlphaTauri. Haven't really upgraded. Alpine have upgraded quite a bit, and so have Alfa Romeo. So it looks like a lot tighter in midfield. We're all just closing in on Ferrari, haven't really done any upgrades. And Red Bull closing in on Mercedes. So, there we are. There is how our driver is looking. Obviously, 16th on the grid. Finishing 10th. I don't know why it says no miles driven. No laps driven and things like that. That's a bit unusual. But yeah, I have changed my helmet for this race. That helmet isn't there right now, but I want you guys to tell me which helmet you think looks better on me. But yeah, let's get into the practice session at Spain. So as we can see, first practice is over. Not really what we wanted. We are a little bit off the pace, as you can see. Guan Yu Zhou absolutely flying. I did do this session without a setup, so hopefully practice 2 will be a bit better. And as we can see, practice 2 wasn't much better. We can see down here that we are 18th. Guan Yu was P20. Guan Yu was on the mediums as well, so Guan Yu looks like he's going to be quicker than us this Grand Prix. it doesn't look like we're going to be scoring points this Grand Prix weekend, and that is very, very disappointing. And then third practice was a bit of an improve. Obviously, P14 now always improving session on session. 2 seconds off Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, who are setting the pace. Did improve on Guan Yu though, so that's a good thing to see. Hopefully we can take this performance into qualifying. Just looking here if there's any R&D we can do. They're worth 600. Where is it that we are mostly lacking though? It is in the chassis. So let's see if there's any chassis upgrades we can do with 600. Obviously we have the energy store cells and we do have the roll dampers. Let's go for the energy store cells positioning, which will be ready after the Monaco Grand Prix. But now I've done that upgrade, let's head into qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix. Obviously, round 2 does bring us to the Spanish Grand Prix. Hopefully, we can get through to Q2. That is always the main goal. So, yeah, obviously, I will show you guys what setup I am using. 7.9 wings, 83, 84, 54. All the way to the right, 1.9, and then all the way to the left for the toes. 15, 36, 17, 156. 23 and 23.1 psi on the tyres. Power unit at the moment is looking fine, as well as the gearbox. It is all looking fine at the moment. We are going to go out on a set of soft tyres and see what sort of lap time we can set.
When you're ready.
Also, if you guys do hear any noises, my fan is on full blast. I have my window wide open. Luckily, I'm recording at night, so yeah, the lightness of the sun doesn't really come through. Yeah, first qualifying session here at Spain. Pace was looking okay in practice. Weren't looking really like too threatening though. That is the one worry I do have. So hopefully we can set a good lap here and just, you know, manage to get through into Q2. One thing I have noticed as well as I go a bit wide there, soft tyres are only estimated to last around 8 laps here, so could be doing the 2-stop strategy in the race. It's a shame that we aren't using this layout on this game. I would have really liked to use this layout, you know, coming out like that and then braking down here. But yeah, let's go for the qualifying lap and see what we can set. Hopefully it will be an okay lap. I've been struggling really to get the traction out of here. And that's probably the best final chicane I've had. So yeah, let's open the DRS and let's get onto the lap right now. Let's see what we can do. Into the final few corners here. Nice final chicane. Out into the concrete. Nice wide line. Onto the concrete and the curve, open the DRS. Faster than Mazepin and Latifi, slower than Russell though. I don't know how I feel about that. Carlos Sainz is behind us, who's just going quickest. I don't know how I feel about that lap. Oh, that's not the best lap. We can go better. We can go better.
One lap of fuel remaining.
We do have an AlphaTauri coming through. We are going to let them through here. As we get ready for another lap, I'm going to have another go on these tyres. Only 6%. So not too bad. Let's have a go again and see if I can better the lap. Come on. I know the car's got it in it. The car has got it in it. We're slower than Giovinazzi as well. That is worrying. Obviously cars like Leclerc still coming out. Yeah, let's see what I can do. Nope. Okay. We've spun. We've not hit the wall. Let's just get back to the pits and we'll have another run in this session at least. Ah, that's unfortunate there. So checking the leaderboards right now, we are going to be knocked out. Obviously Vettel and Leclerc still need to set laps. So I'm going to get until everyone's set a lap. And we're down in P20, even Mick Schumacher's bettered us. We need to get 0.5 of a second somewhere. So we are going to do one run at the end of the session, which can hopefully elevate us up. Oh man, I don't know. Let's go out at like 2.5 minutes. We will follow the train round. So when we see those, that the cars are going out on track, we will slow down the acceleration of time. There we go. Get a new set of tyres on. Get 5 laps of fuel. Get 5 laps or 5 kg of fuel. Let's drive out of the pits and let's hopefully get through to Q2. And there's confirmation that we are currently sitting in P12. P20, I apologise. Not P12. God, I'd love to be in P12. Let's not try and wear these tyres out. Let's get them around, get them up to temperature. And let's set a lap around the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. We'll only have 1 lap, as you can see from the timer. But, yeah, let's see what we can do. Here we are, coming in for the lap here. We are going to back off a little bit, as all the F1 drivers do. Then get the final chicane. Over to 4th, get the traction down. Let's start the lap. Right, let's see what we can do here. Hopefully we can set a good lap. We are down on the delta the first lap. Obviously, tyres are very similar. We have a little bit less fuel than what we did in our first lap. Let's try this. Down to 4th. Up to 5th. Don't lose it around there.
30 seconds left in the session.
Obviously, we can leave the foot planted a little bit. Run a little bit wide. The lap is down on the first one we set. Accelerate out here. Don't get onto the grass. Onto the curbing's fine. Down to 2nd here. Quick flick into 3rd. Accelerate out. So we are up by 1.5. It's not going to be enough at the moment. 5th. Up by 0.3. Keep the traction and get the torque down. Up to 7th. Up by 0.3. So if we keep going on the rate that we're going at the moment, we'll potentially see our car into Q3. Q2, I apologise. We have a bit of a snap there. Nope. We're not going to get through. We've got to abort the lap. Oh, that's really annoying.
Lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
That is really annoying. So we are going to be starting the race from P21. Guan Yu Zhou starting from P18. Not the qualifying that we really wanted. But for not respective of the poor performance that our car does have. Ah, that's very annoying. So as we can see, with Spain, it is a very, however quick your car is how you are. So 2 Mercedes, 2 Red Bulls, 2 McLarens, 2 Ferraris and 2 Aston Martins. AlphaTauri and Alpine being very good. We should be similar there where they are. We should have gotten out of this session. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. Haas Toyota Williams, so very good. Guan Yu, 0.6 of a second quicker than us that lap. Hopefully the strategy call and the actual race will be good for us. But yeah, as it stands, P21 on the grid. Hopefully a driver or two can have some engine penalties and we can move further up the grid.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo and Leclerc, Sainz, Vettel, Stroll, and Fernando Alonso. Gasly, Tsunoda. Max Verstappen, they've taken a grid penalty, and Ocon. Raikkonen, Giovinazzi. Mick Schumacher, and Guan Yu Zhou. Russell, Mazepin. The Professor, and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
So as you heard Jeff on the radio there, let's aim for a top 10 finish. That's going to be pretty difficult to do. Sorted out strategy, medium softs, and then we are going to have 53.5 kilograms of fuel in the car. Let's see what we can do from P15, P20 on the grid. P15 is my goal as it's down to 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. We have a little bit of wheel spin. Not too much though. And we get a brilliant start. Look at that. We've beaten Mazepin off the line. And now time to close down on our teammate Guan Yu Zhou here. Will we find a way up the inside of these guys? We might do as we try a dive bomb down the inside. Keeping it clean, keeping out of the way of each other. Mick Schumacher and Giovinazzi making me go wide a little bit. The exit of second corner. We do get through. Up into P16 already. Raikkonen and Ocon, the drivers ahead of us. Trying to follow Ocon around here with Raikkonen. Raikkonen goes a little bit defensive there. Goes off track as we try at the inside of Esteban Ocon here for P14. Then we get through. Ocon's still there. We're leaving the room. And we're through up into P14. On lap 1, we've still got half a lap to go. Could potentially find a way past Tsunoda. Maybe. Jeff, considering my only engineer here and I don't have my mate, I want more updates from you, mate. More updates from you. Will Ocon try anything? I don't think he will, so we'll cut back over there. Yuki Tsunoda ahead of us, obviously retired in the last race, which was unfortunate for him in Bahrain. As we keep going here. Keep going. Down into the little slow part of the lap. Obviously the chicanes that no one really likes. As we finish the first lap off here. That is us up into P14, so maybe points could be on the cards here. Kimi Raikkonen, I believe. No, it's Giovinazzi has just gone into the pits, probably for a bit of front wing damage. Oh, as we go a little bit wide there, that means Esteban Ocon might have a chance on us. Ocon backs out of it. Interesting to see that. The car just doesn't seem too good on the brakes at that harsh braking before the fast left-hander. Yeah, end of lap 2 now. We're holding on.
DRS is being enabled.
And we have fallen out of DRS range of Yuki Tsunoda, not really what we needed, so that means we are going to be under threat from Esteban Ocon. Only got ERS to defend. So obviously Ocon will have DRS this lap. I don't think this straight's long enough for an overtaking opportunity, but he will definitely close in. Braking a little bit earlier for the harsh left-hander there. Up the hill into the fast sweeping little section before heading into another heavy braking zone of the little chicane. I like to call it a triple chicane because it pretty much is. And as we come out of there, Esteban Ocon is going to try and overtake us down the straight, you would think. Let's go to the outside line. Go as inside as we can, I apologise. Go on as inside as we can. Esteban Ocon is going to try around our outside. We are going to leave him space. Ocon cannot find a way past. We cannot leave our foot planted there. It's meant to be flat out, but the car hasn't got enough downforce. I believe that is Nikita Mazepin who is coming to the pits. Front wing damage or a puncture, maybe. Front wing damage or a puncture. Good to see the failures coming into its own now in this game. Esteban Ocon is going to be closing this lap, using as much ERS as we can. I'm going to take it down to around about 75%. Actually, let's lower it to 70%. Ocon will try it. He's probably going to try up our inside. Is he going to go for the overtake? No, he isn't. So we can go back onto the normal racing line. Oh, I'd love to do this corner flat, but the car just won't hang on through there. Just will not hang on. car seems to be drifting wide. I don't know if that's a problem with the floor, maybe? I don't think I've got damage. Let me just ask Jeff here for the vehicle condition.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
So there's no issues with tyre wear, no issues with the car. Maybe that's just how the car has been manufactured. I don't know. Obviously, Ocon will... He's close enough this lap to try it. He's going to try around our outside. Can we defend good enough? He's going to try the switch back here. Doesn't manage to get the switch back done as we go back up the hill. Oh, this is going to be a long battle with Esteban. Oh, had a little moment through there. Me and Esteban Ocon will probably try us up the inside. Also noticed that we are 4.2, 4.3 behind Sonoda in front, so Sonoda's pulled away. But yeah, car's not really holding on too well. God knows how we're going to cope on these hard tyres. Esteban Ocon's trying up the inside here. Not a place you should really try for a move.
Okay,
We're side by side. We're side by side. Trying back up the inside. We do push him wide. We do push him wide. Oh, no! As we're having our battle with Esteban Ocon, we can see Kimi Räikkönen also got involved. And Esteban Ocon and Kimi Räikkönen have come together. Will Ocon have damage there? Because that seemed to be pretty bad for Kimi Räikkönen. As you can see here, I think Ocon might have side pod damage. But that now means that we have basically just caused an incident. Räikkönen, obviously at the front of this, holding Ocon back a little bit. We don't have any damage, I don't think.
There's been an incident on track resulting
But,
in debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in
yeah, it's
time,
just
and there are no
Ocon
plans for a
and
safety car
Räikkönen
right
coming
now.
together. Ocon might have a bit of side pod damage, I don't really know. But that's not my confidence there. As we see some of the front runners coming in, Norris and Leclerc have come into the pits. Both going from soft to medium tyres. As Ocon does carry on, Räikkönen pits. Oh, that is an unfortunate turn of events for Esteban Ocon there. Not what I intended. I did not intend for that to happen. Was my corner. I had the inside line. If I go any slower than that, I'm going to crash into Esteban.
Is 7.1 seconds.
Now Lando is ahead of Esteban. He's going to get past us very, very soon. As you can see, some more of the front runners are in the pits. Mercedes does get out ahead of us. That's Verstappen, Stroll, Ricciardo and Sainz all in the pits. And we do get ahead of them running back in the points positions, but I don't think we're going to be finishing here as Lando Norris is already closing in on us like an absolute speed demon. When it comes to it, we'll let Lando through. No point battling with Lando. He's not in the same race as us. So yeah, we're going to be a bit like a back marker like we were in Bahrain, letting drivers through. But we will let Lando through on the main straight. That's when I believe he will be getting to us. There you go, Lando, mate. Sebastian Vettel's in the pits, and also I believe that is one of the Williams who have just gone off the track in the mini-map.
You're in the top 10 now.
Yeah,
Keep it up.
there was one of the Williams who spun out.
Strategy is available on the
Jeff
MFD.
coming through with a strategy option. Yeah, we'll come in a lap earlier, Jeff. We'll come in a lap earlier, mate. Esteban Ocon and Ricciardo closing on us. Oh, this race is just going from bad to worse. Oh my god. Another moment for us there. Daniel Ricciardo's coming through.
Okay, gap ahead is
Like I said, we'll let him through on the
3.0
main straight.
seconds.
Have we had a little moment there? Don't want to hold up Daniel too much. We will get through on the straight, that's what we know. Looking over to the inside line. Onto the marbles. Go on, Daniel. Pull me along, mate. Pull me along, pull me along. Our car just is not suited to fast sweeping corners. Obviously Esteban Ocon and even Mick Schumacher sort of closing in on us now. Nah, Mick Schumacher's falling back. Ocon is closing in though. Gotta go to lap 15 on these tyres. And then we will pit in for a set of hards. Car just got no grip around that left-hander. Right-hander, I apologise. It's got no grip. God help us on the hards. One thing I'm noticing is not using too much battery. We're sort of in like our own battle right now. Obviously we'll be using battery when Esteban Ocon gets onto the back of us. That won't be for like another lap or two when he has DRS. Oh, we've had a moment in the gravel. Getting off the racing line.
Approaching the pit window.
Oh, that's unfortunate there. Guan Yu Zhou up into P12 though. Ah, we're pushing the car too much. That's what's happening. Oh, look at how much more speed Esteban Ocon has through there. As we go wide again. Oh man, you can't push in this car, man. Pushing this car, you're ending in disaster, mate. We'll have DRS on Ocon. I know, I say Ocon and Ocon. I say both the pronunciations for some reason. I don't know why. Don't at me. But, yeah. I'll just say both. Don't manage to close up enough on Esteban. But, hopefully we can make this straight count. Obviously this straight is also a DRS straight, so let's try and keep with Esteban. I can feel the effect of the dirty air of the car in front. It is absolutely awful, as we get a bit of a snap there. Oh my god, we got another snap. We're on the almost in the gravel again. Using all of our ERS, using DRS. Just trying to keep within the second of Esteban. He's going to pull away now. Esteban's going to pull away from us now. Because this car has got so much more grip than ours. Driving one-handed there. The car's so much better than ours. And Alpine are just above us in the performance chart as well. We've got a long way to go as a team. We've got a long way to go. Pierre Gasly and Alonso are in the pits. Alonso goes onto the hard now. And I think Gasly's going to be onto the hards as well. He has. Guan Yu Zhou's pitting in, so now we are boxing this lap. There's Alonso. Hopefully we can get in front of Fernando Alonso, in front of the Spanish Franz at the first corner, leaving the space. We do get through. Obviously Fernando's tyres have still got to warm up, so we can take advantage of this. Let's try and keep Fernando behind us as we do close in on his teammate Esteban. Now if this lap feels good, I will stay out for an extra lap and do an overcut. The lap did feel good, so we are going to continue on for another lap. Obviously Esteban Ocon will pit this lap. We do have his teammate Fernando Alonso behind us. So we will let Fernando through. Tuck him behind. And see what we can do now. We're going to let Fernando through. It's not really a guy that we are going to be battling in this race. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Getting out the dirty air as much as we can. We don't want the dirty air to really be affecting us on our laps.
Okay, the car behind has newer tyres than you. Maintain our gap if possible.
Going to check teammate status. If I can find it. So we have a lot longer on the radio this year. So when I get a chance I will ask Jeff where our teammate is. Because then we will have an idea.
We're leading our teammate
24.6. We could be coming out ahead of Guan Yu here.
They're on fresh hards. They're in 17th.
As we come into the pits here. Oh, bit of tap there. Hopefully that didn't give us front wing damage. It did not give us front wing damage. May have given us a slight bit, but not enough for the front wing change. It's on auto. Let's see what sort of pit stop the boys can do. Esteban is coming around the final corner now. He's going to pip us. I don't know about Guan Yu though. And they're changing our front wing. Oh no. That's going to hold us back.
Go, go, go.
I'm not going to come out ahead of Guan Yu either.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a
There's
penalty
our
for
teammate.
dangerous driving if you cross over into the...
There is our teammate now. Guan Yu Zhou is just out ahead of us. And Mick Schumacher's jumped us as well. Not the pit stop that we needed. Not the pit stop that we needed. And Kimi's on mediums as well behind us. Oh, this is frustrating. But the tyres do feel like they have got more grip. Which is what I like. That's what I like. We have a little incident on that final curve there. Do still have DRS, so we are going to just try and break the toe of Kimi. Not classified as weaving. Just trying to break the toe. And you get back on the... Need to get on the back of Guan Yu again. That's our best lap of the Grand Prix so far on a set of hard tyres. Kimi pits in off those mediums now. Lap 19 of 33. Still a long, long way to go in this race. We're still trying to get onto the back of Guan Yu Zhou here. We have got enough, close enough again to retake DRS on him. Which I will take massively. Obviously he has more of a toe from Mick in front. We close that little bit of a gap at the end of that straight in that braking zone. We appear to close so much in the first sector, then for the rest of the lap they just appear to pull away, so we need to try and make this final sector count. We have closed down a little bit more this lap, but then it all goes to waste from the dirty air from the car in front. Don't go off track this time. No, we don't. Actually keep it with 0.6. We could actually have a move on Guan Yu this lap. Let's hope we can. Using all the ERS down the straight. Down to 4th gear. Flick it up into 5th. Do we get a bit of a better run than Guan Yu around here? 0.3 seconds now. On the brakes. Might have a chance on Guan Yu here. Have a little slide. Not going to try it. Not going to try it this lap. That'll be mean. Round the fast left right chicane. Oh, that curve was deadly. Oh my word. I have more than a little brown stain in my pants. Just keep going down the straight, down to 2nd. Can we close in a bit more? Hopefully. Danny Ricciardo's now into the pits. And that is Esteban Ocon, I believe, coming out of the pits. So, Danny Rick pitting onto a set of mediums. And that is Alonso. Sorry, Danny Rick pitting onto a set of hards. And so has Fernando Alonso. So, that's interesting. You know, we are trying to close in on Guan Yu Zhou. Get this lap to better run. We're not going to be able to try it though. Fortunately for us. If you keep it in, maybe this lap is the lap we get past Guan Yu Zhou. Been like a 10 lap sitting behind. We go around here. Guan Yu is a lot more ahead. Oh, we've had a moment. Oh my word. Oh my word. Somehow I have held that. I have held that eloquently.
Blue flag.
And now we're getting called for blue flags.
Blue flag
Oh my word.
conditions. Create a gap and let the car behind through.
I will do, Jack. I can't do it here, mate. Can't do it here, mate. Valtteri Bottas has now gotten through. Mate, and he's gone slow in the braking zone. It's thrown me off, that has. God damn. We also have Sergio Perez coming through as well. And Lando Norris, who's sitting in 3rd. Good job for the lad. I know you guys are saying blue flags. I know you guys are saying blue flags. It's Daniel Ricciardo though. It's not Lando Norris, it's Daniel Ricciardo, who we are battling with. Lap 28 of 33. It's just been a race to forget, hasn't it? Just been a race to forget, man. But this is how the races are going to be. I think with Bahrain, it was just a lucky race. Good strategies, but this race now, it's not what we really wanted, is it? Not what we really wanted. But, you know, you see Guan Yu and them getting out of the way. Daniel Ricciardo's trying it. We are going to try and hold it around the outside, though. We do get our foot down, leaving the space. We're going to try and force our way back up the inside. Daniel Ricciardo's still there on our outside, leaving the space. He's backed out. There's Guan Yu Zhou and Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, who have both been slowed up by letting traffic through. That we are now sort of on the back of them again. Obviously, Daniel Ricciardo is probably going to try and overtake on us. As we can see, Guan Yu Zhou is trying an overtake on Mick Schumacher as well. Can we outbrake Daniel Ricciardo? Oh, that was stupid from us. Do we have front wing damage? We do not have damage.
Okay, we've lost the position. That's
Do not have damage, but Zhou has finally gotten past Schumacher. Oh, that was stupid of me to try and re-overtake Daniel there. Ah. Look at the speed that Daniel Ricciardo's got. He's being held up here by Schumacher and Guan Yu. Let's try and close back in on these guys. Daniel Ricciardo's also having a race to forget as well. Down to P16, whereas his teammate, I believe, is in around about P5, P6. So not really a race that Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, I apologise, wanted. Finding it a bit tougher to get past Schumacher though. With the speed of that McLaren though, we'll get through this lap. Hopefully, if we have a good chicane here, we'll have DRS too. We'll also have DRS. So hopefully we can just stick with Daniel Ricciardo and Mick Schumacher. We're not going to be able to get past either of those this lap. Danny Rick and Schumacher are battling. We are going to go up the inside here. Back to the outside as the car does lose grip. Oh, that was unfortunate there. Schumacher and Ricciardo battling. We're going to try around the outside of Schumacher, are we? We've got Lewis Hamilton now coming through in third place. We are going to have to let Lewis Hamilton through. I'm not going to be able to let him through here. I'm not going to be able to let him through here. It's too far back. Jeff, I'm in a battle as well, mate.
But officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
And we're going to follow Lewis through there. That's crafty from us there against Mick Schumacher. Who's going to have the better drive? And it looks like Schumacher has the better drive of us there. Mick holds onto the position. That's us trying a really sneaky move. Just didn't come off in the end. Hopefully we can get Mick down this straight. Obviously, pulled away from us quite a lot there. I believe he does have DRS. No, he doesn't. We are closing in on Mick Schumacher. Are we going to be late on the brakes?
There's 5 laps of
Think we
fuel
are.
remaining.
Oh, almost contact there. Going through it. Zhou has been overtaken by Daniel Ricciardo. As we do try and close back in on Schumacher. That's the best I think we're going to get. P16 in this race. Because I don't think Zhou we're really going to get past. Can try and get past Schumacher though. There's the yellow flag on track. That is for one of the Hasses. That is for one of the Hasses. And it is for Nikita Mazepin, who looks like he has had a failure, I believe. Yep, looks like he has had a failure. Not an engine failure though, looks something more maybe electronical. That means Nikita Mazepin is out of this Grand Prix.
Some information on Mazepin. They are out of the race.
And as there we are, Jeff is confirming it. Mazepin is out of this race. Oh, we've had a really bad run there. As we just saved the car. Hamilton sets fastest lap of the race. Not like that's going to affect us, but I think P17 is the best that we're going to get. 2 laps to go.
Trailing our teammate by 2.
There we see on the left Nikita Mazepin
Someone's
out
come
of this
off
race.
ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
So for these last 2 laps, it's going to be similar to scenario 7 that Lando Norris had, except you can only use the energy. No rich fuel in this game, so only going to be using that battery. And seeing as we have been lapped, this will be our last lap of the race. P15 for Guan Yu, P17 for us. Not the way that we wanted the race to go. I'm sorry, lads.
Okay, pick
I'm
up
sorry,
right, bring
lads.
it home.
That's unfortunate for us. Who got driver of the day? Max Verstappen. Obviously qualified around about P14, I believe it was. And managed to finish around about 4th or 5th. Obviously Mercedes have won the race. Oh, that's unfortunate for us. It was the pit stop. It was the front wing change. Front wing change was unnecessary.
Mercedes are on
But
top form once
Bottas
again
wins,
after
followed
an
by
excellent
Perez
race weekend.
and Hamilton. So that's not too bad. But yeah, it's just unfortunate there for us in all honesty. It is really, really unfortunate. Hopefully in the next race we will bounce back. But yeah, I will leave the highlights with you guys after we see the results here. There we are. Lando Norris, Verstappen 6th in the end. So if we have a look at the standings, decent standings to be fair. Hamilton and Bottas exchanging wins. Otherwise, not really too many. We are 12th in championship, and obviously we are 8th in the constructors. But yeah, guys, it has been a good video to record. To be fair, I'll leave you guys the highlights here. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy the highlights.